Hey KT fam, I'm back with another video. I'm back to talk to you guys again. Obviously I'm driving, so it's not really a vlog, but I'm just gonna talk to you guys. I'm on my way back to Orlando. You see my little suitcase back there, my little teddy bear. So yeah, I'm on my way back to Orlando for a few days, but I wanted to talk to you guys about this because I don't know, it's been on my mind. I want to talk about the pros and cons of working at, I'm going to talk about US Foods specifically just because I work there, but I think this goes for like the other companies that are just like them, like Sysco, Cheney Brothers, Gordon Foods, like basically all those companies, food service, okay, they're all the same from what I hear. But I'm just going to talk about my specific experience at US Foods because I went through it. So yeah, give the video a thumbs up, comment down below, let me know what you think. This video is only gonna be about the bad things that I found about it. The bad things that I went through at US Foods. That's about it. I made a whole list and everything, okay? These are my pros and cons, but I'm gonna read them to you. So, anyway, yeah. I'm not even gonna go in any type of order because I just kind of wrote them down as they came to me. So I might be jumping around a little bit, but I'll try to make it make sense as much as I can. So yeah, let's get started. Like I said, these are only my bad experiences. You guys might not experience the same thing. If you don't, let me know. If you do, let me know. Comment down below. So anyway, to get started, one terrible thing that I experienced was the cases being out of order. Okay, like having to dig through a whole pallet to find like a couple of cases is like one of the worst things. You'll be at your first stop and you have like, well, sometimes the whole stop would be on the bottom of the pallet. Literally. Like you would have to go through stops 2, 3, and 4 just to get one. And you got to take all the boxes off the pallet and then put them back on so they're not in your way next time or whatever. It's just, it was a mess. So anyway, second thing about US Foods, I don't know about the other companies, but with US Foods, I use the ramp more than I use the lift gate. Okay, we had more trailers with ramps than the lift gate. Then let me tell you, when you're delivering like 1,000 cases all on a ramp, it's not it. Like when I was in training, we only used the ramp. Like never got a lift gate. Maybe on Fridays. We did schools when I was in training and we would have like, I don't know, 800, 900 cases, whatever, 4 or 5 schools. And mind you, I had been over the road for a year. I hadn't worked out for God knows how many years. And I was so out of shape, but not just that. Going up and down the ramp, my knees were hurting so bad. Like I was popping ibuprofen every morning before we started delivering. So I didn't like feel this pain in my knees. It was bad, but once you get through the pain, it's okay. You don't feel it anymore. You just have to get through that like sore stage. But yeah, using the ramp constantly is a whole pain in the ass. And then when you do get a lift gate, you barely get an electric pallet jack. Now, mind you, my experiences, you're most likely not going to experience it because you're most likely a man and you're most likely bigger than me. So you barely get an electric pallet jack. Like you have to be lucky or be there for a long time to get one. I hope my phone's not moving too much. But yeah, for me, with the pump jack, half the time I couldn't even pull the pallet out, okay? And the other half of the time, I was scared to death that I was gonna fall off the lift gate while I was bringing it out. Because, there's a part of the lift gate that you can lift up so it won't fall. But as you're pulling it out, it's scary, okay? So I used to tell them, like, if you're not gonna give me an electric pallet jack, just don't even give me a pallet jack because a pump jack, because I won't be able to use it. Like, I'll just pull the ramp out and use it instead. I'm not even gonna use the lift gate because I can't. And I only had 2 dollies. If I had more dollies, I could have still used the lift gate and put a whole bunch of stacks, or I would, like, what do you call it? I would, you know, stack them and then drop them on the lift gate. But anyway, point is, you don't get a lot of electric pallet jacks. Oh, and then they'll give you a trailer with a ramp, right? And put a pump jack inside. How does that make sense? They're like, oh, it's good helping move the pallets around. Why do I need to move the pallets around? First of all, the pallets should be in order. Second of all, once I empty off a pallet, I'm just stacking it up, like, with the other empty pallets. So why do I have a pump jack on my on my trailer without a lift gate? Next. Oh, you have a time limit to deliver cases, okay? Mind you, this is like computer based. So if the guy before you who's been here for 30 years does this route in like 3 hours, a whole 18 stops, 1,000 cases, like, you're screwed. Because now obviously you're gonna take longer. You don't know the route and you're not as fast as that guy because you haven't been there as long as him and whatever. So they have a time limit and they really want you to make it on time. And also it's worse with the schools because when you're delivering to schools, you only have until like 1:30 or 2 o'clock to get to the last school. If not, they're gonna make you take it back to school, will not take it. So it's really stressful. It's, if you work in food service, like, you definitely understand what I'm saying. If not, it's really hard to imagine it. But I'm telling you guys these things because when I was looking for a local job, I didn't know what to expect and I didn't know the pros and cons, and I would try to YouTube it to see like people working there and try to see what it's really like and stuff. So I really just want to tell you guys, you know, these aren't the worst things that can happen, but they are bad, especially I guess for me because I was so tiny. Because some guys, this doesn't bother them. It doesn't bother them, you know, having to use a pump jack or whatever it is, okay? Oh, speaking of like harder for me, so on Thursdays they would give me this school route with like probably 800 or 900 cases and about 4 or 5 schools. Now mind you, that's not that bad, except I was only like a couple months in. So they gave me this route and it was in Fort Lauderdale. So I would go to the schools and be okay. The first time I had this route, I remember I got to the last school and I'm like, holy crap. I'm already tired from the other schools. I'm like, holy crap, this school has over 400 cases. It's an elementary school and a middle school together. So they get like literally no less than 400 cases. So I get to the last school and I'm like 100 cases in. I'm like, yo, if you guys have anybody out there to send me help, like, send it. I'm like, I'm not behind schedule or anything, but if you have help, send it because there's a lot of cases here. My supervisor told me, oh, you're actually doing really good and you're making good time. So when you're done, call us so we can send you to help somebody. I'm like, bruh. Like, okay. But next thing, those ramps sometimes would be so bad, like so hard to pull out or to push in, and some of them would be missing the springs to like, you know, when you're lifting the ramp up onto the trailer, it would have springs, so it would basically help you put it up. Some of them were missing the springs, and the guys, it didn't bother them because they're just so big and strong and their arms are so long, they would be able to do it. Me, I couldn't do it. I tried and tried. I tried to get under it. I tried to grab it with 2 hands. I tried everything that they told me and I couldn't do it. So I constantly, like, every stop I went to, I had to be like, oh, can you help me with my ramp? Like, it was embarrassing. And they had to help me put it up and take it down, because without the springs, if I were just to take it down, it would fall on the floor, which happened to me. Because trust me when I tell you, I tried literally everything before like asking for help. I was like, I don't want to ask for help, like that's embarrassing, but I had to do it because I had to get the routes done. So working out of the side door, you don't know how many times I would have like 14 stops in a day and probably like 500 or 600 cases, and I would have to work out of the side door for like the first 8 stops for the freezer. Yeah, the side door is a pain in the butt because it's not a ramp that comes out. It's like this thing that you step on, and it's like basically steps. Like you walk up the steps and there's like a little platform and you take the boxes out. So you can't just like load them up on your dolly and run down with them. No, you have to find the boxes, put them on the little platform, go down the steps, put them on your dolly, load up some more. And I'm not that tall, I'm only 5'1", so unlike the guys that work there, the tall guys, I can't just reach up there and grab it. They could just put them close to the door so they would reach up there and grab it. Me, I couldn't do that. I had to walk up, put them on the platform, walk down, put them on the dolly, and do it over and over again. And one day, I was in Stewart, I was delivering, and I get to my first stop. I took out the cooler and the dry, so I'm going to the freezer in the side door, and the thing was locked. The side door was locked. I don't know who or why they locked the door, or why there's even locks on it, to be honest, but they did. And I didn't have a key, because who would think to have a key for the side door? But anyway, so I was so mad that day. I was like, yo, I'm not gonna get to the freezer from the inside of the trailer until like my 6th or 7th stop. I think my 6th stop was 2J's, and that's what was blocking the rest of the way, because 2J's always gets like over 200 cases. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna have to do all these stops, go back, out of like 15 stops, go back and do the first 6 again, go in the freezer. It's like, oh my God, you don't understand the things that we go through at this job. And you're on a time limit, and you only have 14 hours in a day to get everything done. And being in Stewart, I was already like an hour away, so I wasted an hour driving and an hour back, so that gives me 12 hours to like, I don't know, you guys, it sounds like a lot. 12 hours sounds like a lot, but it's not. You could literally spend an hour at one stop, or at least 30 minutes, and then you have to drive to the next one, which might be 20, 30 minutes away. The stops were not close. They were not, oh, here, like UPS, you stop like right there. No, the stops would be like for anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes away. Sometimes the stop would be an hour away. I would go from Stewart to Vero. One of the worst things about when I was working at US Foods, was that I had to work 6 days a week. It was required that I work 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. Okay, first of all, that job is already physical enough. Like, 4 days a week would be fine with me, because when you get home at the end of the day, your body is tired and you just want to relax. Even the guys that have been there for like 15 years, their bodies are still tired when they go home. Like, they still get sore sometimes. And 6 days a week is just too much. I'm like, I can't do that. I need at least 2 days off. And then your 1 day off that you have, you know, you have to do laundry and like actual things, but you don't want to, because you just want to rest your body and enjoy your 1 day off. But yeah, 6 days a week, not working. And I think it's like that with the other companies too, but I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. The trailer, yeah. The trailer would be in the wrong spot. You go in the morning, you look at the paper, and you're looking for your tractor and your trailer. So, and it tells you, it's supposed to tell you on the paper what door it's in, okay? Sometimes it doesn't even tell you, you just have to go look for it. Other times, it'll tell you like door 20 or spot 48, and it's not there. So you have to walk around the whole yard. It's like, why can't we just be organized enough to write down where the trailer is and actually have it there, okay? And then speaking of that, we know I'm short. I just said it, I'm 5'1". There were some tractors, I don't know if you guys watched my videos, some of you probably did, some of you didn't, from US Foods. Some of them were stick shift, okay? They were not all automatic. So some of the tractors, I don't know if there was a problem with the seat or if it was just made like that, but some of the tractors, the seat wouldn't go all the way up, so I couldn't reach the clutch, okay? Barely reach the pedal, and I definitely couldn't reach the clutch, especially not to push it down. So yeah, we had this whole thing where we walked around. I sat in different trailers, and I wasn't there long enough to like get an automatic, so I most of the time got a stick. So we walked around, found the ones that I fit in, and wrote down like about 3 or 4. And I was supposed to get assigned 1, but they were trying. So I would get there so many mornings. I would get all my stuff, get in the tractor. They didn't give me one of the ones on the list. So then I would have to disconnect, find somebody to drive it for me because I couldn't reach the pedal. Disconnect, find another tractor, and like pray there was another one out there because most of them are assigned already and probably left already. And it was a hassle. Like I think a lot of it is just not being organized. Like I said about the trailers not being there. It's like, why can't you just be more organized? Why not just get one of the tractors that's supposed to be assigned to me and give it to me? Like, it's not that hard. Okay, the money. Local drivers, especially food service, they make good money. Okay, I'm not saying it's great, but it's good money, and I just don't think it's worth it for that job. I don't think it's worth it for the amount of work that you do. I think they need like a lot more dollars per hour, and then they'll tell you like, oh, you make this much per hour, but if you finish your route in good timing, or the faster you finish it, you get paid more, this and that. But what they don't tell you is you could do amazing like 5 days of the week, and then one day you get off track and you're way behind, and it'll kill the whole week. It'll kill it, and you won't get more per hour. It's ridiculous. But the money, it's not good enough. It's good, don't get me wrong, it's really good, but it's not good enough for what you have to do and what your body has to go through, and all that stress of the unloading and the time limit and all that. It's just, to me, it's not worth it. That's why I told you guys I'm looking for no touch free. I'm not about to stress myself out and all of that. Another thing I don't like that a lot of local companies do, it might be all of them, I don't think it's all of them, but I think it's most of them. I don't like the camera facing in. I agree with the camera facing out because it's gonna save your ass. God forbid you get into an accident and it's gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? But especially if it's not your fault, you know, you can prove it. But the camera facing in, I don't like that. I'm really big on personal space, and I don't like the camera facing in. They do it so to see if you were like on the phone, if an accident happened, or whatever you were doing. If an accident occurred, they want to see what you were doing, which I understand. But it's still personal space, and I don't like it. Yeah. And the job, it was just really physical. Like I said, it's a lot of work, a lot. Like, you know, a lot of people used to tell me, and a lot of guys at the job used to tell me how good of a job I'm doing. They can't believe I'm doing it. Like, they thought I was gonna quit after like the first day, and I was there for 7 months. And yeah, so basically that's the bad things that I experienced working there. I'm pretty sure there's more. Like, there's a lot of things that I went through specifically, like stories that I can tell you, but these are just the things that's like, I don't know, if you're looking for a local job, or if you want to know the things that people don't like about it, that's basically what I'm telling you. You know, there are things that you're going to go through. You're not going to have your boxes in order. I mean, sometimes you will, but most of the time you're not. You're going to be on a time limit, which is going to stress you out. Honestly, I don't know if I feel like it doesn't stress a lot of the people out. Like, they just go and do their thing and they don't even care about the time, because they would tell me like, don't look at the time, this and that. But me, I'm so competitive. Even if I'm not competing with anybody, if I see a time on a paper, I want to beat it. Like, I'm so competitive, it's horrible. So if I feel like I'm falling behind, or if I am falling behind, I'm like, oh my god, like, I gotta go faster and faster. But yeah, just, I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I know I was talking a lot, but you know, tell me your stories. Comment down below. Let me know like the bad things at your job, because I'm pretty sure all the US foods are different from each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, not even every US food is gonna have those bad things. Maybe some of them have brand new trailers, or some of them, you know. So let me know where you work, how it's similar or whatnot. And give the video a thumbs up. Definitely, I can't say it enough, comment down below. I love to see your comments and see what you guys go through. And make sure you subscribe for more videos. And the next one is gonna be the good things about working at US Foods, because I'm not just gonna talk bad about it. Like, they weren't bad to me at all. It wasn't a bad company. It was mostly just too physical. So I do have good things, pros about working there. So stay tuned for that video. And stay tuned for more vlogs because I'm going to Orlando to have some fun and I'm going to be recording. Okay? I promise.